How much money can you make on YouTube with a small channel? We're going to talk about that in this video. I recently crossed over 5,000 subscribers, which in the YouTube world is a tiny channel, but I am grateful for every single one of you. If you're subscribed, and if you're not, please do, because you're going to want to after watching this video. But we're going to get into how much you actually get paid from YouTube for a channel around 5,000 subscribers. Now, I want to mention, as I've talked about in so many of my videos, that there are 1 million different ways you can make money that spring from having an audience on YouTube or podcasting or whatever. That's what I get into mostly on this channel, which is online business. Ad revenue on YouTube is really just a small part of the much larger pie, but I know a lot of people who might be wanting to get into YouTube, might be thinking about, is it my time to kind of jump into making content on YouTube? How much could I actually make with a small channel if I could get it up to 5,000 subscribers? What would that look like? So we're going to dive into it today, just looking at what do we make from AdSense on YouTube? What do I make from the ad program here on YouTube? Now, if you are interested in the full story, how you can make a living, a great living in online business, be sure to download my super simple guide, the super simple guide to your first $500 online. I really believe that if you can make $500 online by talking about and teaching and sharing about what you know, your experiences, your expertise, pick a topic, pick a niche, and share about it. If you can make that first 500, you can make anything. You can make 5,000, 50,000, 500,000. It just scales from there. So in this guide, I'm teaching you how I was able to make a successful business and leave my full-time job and go all in on my online business. And I'm going to give you everything that I know in this guide to get you started. So lanesebring.com/super simple. So here we are on my YouTube channel, and this is it. I just hit 5,000 subscribers. I'm at 5,160 something subscribers, which is really cool. Now, I want to mention, I know that is a tiny channel. In the world of YouTube, that is a tiny channel, but that's why I wanted to talk about this, because it's easy if you look at people on YouTube saying, here's what you can make with 100,000 subscribers. That's great. But if you're not there yet, if you're starting at 0 views and 0 subs, and you're wondering, what does it look like to make money at 5,000? That's what we're going to talk about today. So let's dive into first just how my videos have done. Now, as you can see, I don't get like a ton of views per video. 86, 159, 161, 151. Like, these are not 232, 230. So it's not crazy. If I sort by most popular, you can see where some of these videos had a little bit more traction, like 256,000, 174,000, 43,000, 39,000, 12,000, 12,000, but it drops pretty quickly. This second line, 10,000, 9,000, 7,000, you get the idea, and gets down here to where I've got 2,000, 1,000, and so on. But I've got a lot of videos on my channel. That's one of the first things that I'll mention. If you're going to get into YouTube, you have to be willing to experiment. You have to be willing to look foolish. Here's what I mean by that. You have to be willing to make a video and not know if anybody's going to watch it, not know if anybody's going to care, and then be willing to take comments saying, who are you? Why are you making videos? This is so stupid. You only have 50 views per video, whatever. You have to be willing to accept all of that. Okay, so I got a comment today, where somebody said, I watched this video for 1 second. I could tell that you were copying Nick Nimmin. I had to look up who Nick Nimmin is. And it turns out I really like him. I used to watch his channel a lot. He's got a lot of great content on how to grow on YouTube. But I never once tried to copy him. And yet this commenter thought that he had like found something out, that I somehow copy Nick Nimmin. Fine. You know what? I'll give you this. When you're doing YouTube, when you're getting started, if you're me, I watch a ton of different creators, a ton of different content makers, and it rubs off. You watch somebody for a long enough time and you start to have the same mannerisms. Maybe you start to kind of experiment with the kind of style of video they do. It's all good. That's exactly what happens when you jump on YouTube. But my point is, you have to be ready for people to throw stones, and you can't be too proud to experiment. If you look at all these videos, so many different types of thumbnails, so many different topics. Like, I was just experimenting with, what are people going to respond to? What are they going to like? And how can I get some traction on this channel, and it just takes a while. I mean, we're looking at hundreds of videos that I've made on this channel in the last 2 years, and we're finally at 5,000. Now, let's jump into the analytics. The first thing I want to mention is that if I go to my analytics dashboard, new achievement, 5,000 subscribers, more and more people are loving your channel. Well, thank you, YouTube. I am here to stay because I love being on this platform and I love what you can do for me. Here is what it has looked like throughout the years. I started out in January of 2020 with almost nothing, right? And then by June, 6 months in, I was at 200. And then a little bit more, 700 by October. And then let's see where we were by the end of the year. I hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. This was a big deal. The end of my first year on YouTube, at least on this channel, I hit 1,000. That means I got monetized and I was able to start making ad revenue from the channel. When you only have 0 subscribers and 0 views, they do not allow you in the partner program, the ad revenue program. You have to wait all the way until you get to 1,000. So anything prior to December 31st of 2020, I was not getting paid for it. So really, this kind of starts January 1st of 2021 when I actually was in the program. So let's go through the year. Halfway through the year, I had another 600, and then it starts to go up from there. And by the end of the year, I am at pretty close to 5,000 by the end of the year, but I just hit it very recently in like around the end of January. So it took me just a little over 2 years to get to 5,000. It took me 1 year to get that first 1,000, and it took me 1 more year to get another 4,000. Here's what's cool about that. There's a lot of work that I put into the channel that first year with only 1,000 subscribers the entire time. But that number, that 1,000 that I got the first year, was quadrupled the second year with another 4,000 to make it 5,000 total. I would love for that pattern to continue, where maybe this year I'll get 16,000. That would be really, really cool. Don't know, can't control that, but that's a look at the path that it's taken. Now let's go to analytics and let's go to revenue, and this is going to show us the way this has looked. Let's look at lifetime revenue. So I have made $5,842.69 from the channel. I'm going to click here to see more so that we can kind of get an accurate view of how this is all broken down. Now they break it down here by the video. So by far my most profitable video is my Dave Ramsey video, made $2,141 from that. Then my complete Shure SM7B made almost 1,000, and then it goes down from there, and you can see one of the things that they do on YouTube is you get paid basically a measurement of per 1,000 views. So RPM means revenue per milli, and it tells you how much you've earned per 1,000. To calculate your estimated revenue is divide your total views in the same time period. So basically what they're saying is this: for every 1,000 views that I get, I actually get paid $6.15. That's a pretty good RPM. Now, my CPM is what the entire channel makes per 1,000 views, which is an average of $20 per 1,000. But of that 20, I'm getting $6.15. Now what I've done is I've looked at the last 365 days. So what has the channel made in exactly 1 year? In 1 year, it's made $5,758. So that was most of what we just looked at. Again, you can see how the breakdown goes right there. My RPM in the last year is actually higher. Remember that first year I wasn't actually monetized, so that $5 was pretty low. So $8.86 is actually what I get per 1,000 views, with a CPM being $20.68. So if I'm getting $8.86 per 1,000 views, it means I'm making $886 per 100,000 views. And if I had a video hit 1 million views, I would make $8,860 from 1 million views. So that's kind of an interesting way to look at it. If we break this up by month, you can see going back to last February, I made $97, then $135 in March, $163 in April, $259 in May, but then I had a big month in June, $1350. That's my biggest month so far on this channel. Then about $900 in July, $600 in August, $400, $300, back to 400, back to 400, up to 550, and then obviously February is ongoing. But in the last 12 months on a 5,000 subscriber channel, I've made $5,758. This is why when you build a YouTube channel, if you're trying to make money with it, you have two options. One, you have to get as many subscribers and views as possible and make that your grind. Like you're just trying nothing else but to get as many views as you possibly can if you're relying solely on views and ad revenue. But the other option is to make this just one piece of an overall bigger puzzle. You're not just making ad revenue, you also have affiliate commissions, you also have course sales or membership site sales, or you're selling physical products. You're using your YouTube platform as a way to get people to the thing that it is that you sell or the thing that you promote as an affiliate, and that's how this can easily turn into a full-time income. I make a lot of money off of this channel that has nothing to do with the ads that are generated straight from this channel as a small channel. So that's why I always encourage people, if you're starting out an online business, get on YouTube, but don't make growing on YouTube your ultimate goal, because really, it's not the best indicator of whether you're hashtag winning or not, right? Like I have a tiny channel, but I'm making a great income, and those two things can happen at once. If you want to know more how all that works, be sure to go to lanesebring.com/supersimple. Check out this video right here where I go into detail about some of the ways that my income breaks down per month and what percentage of that is actually YouTube ad revenue. Click right there and I'll tell you all about it.